A few decades ago, I was looking for choral music in Arabic for a concert we were preparing called Middle Eastern Harmonies. Eventually, the grapevine led me to a young Arab-Israeli composer, Akram Haddad, who had been writing music for his father, Rahib Haddad's renowned choirs. Akram sent me his setting in Arabic of Psalm 121, which begins with, "I lift my eyes to the hills." It was beautiful, and in the concert we paired it with Paul Ben Chaim's setting of the Hebrew, Esa Enai El Heharim. Akram studied piano and composition at the Rubin Academy in Haifa. He also honed his musical chops accompanying his father's choir in rehearsals and performances. He has taught music at Haifa University, the Jerusalem Academy of Music and Dance, and the Kiryat Ono College of Music. We are delighted to have with us today the composer Akram Haddad, and he's going to tell us something about his career and his music. So you grew up listening to, shall we say, both traditional Arabic music, Arabic popular music, as well as music from the Western canon?
Yes. So I've been playing classical piano for lots of years, and then I've been listening to Arabic music, and well, I played a little bit of oud, and I played flute, and I played the ney. So those helped me a lot to have this mixture of cultural influence in my music that I'm writing right now. And the choir. The choir is a very big aspect of influencing me as a composer. And I started writing for choirs.
Let's turn now specifically to your setting of Psalm 121 that we are listening to in this podcast. I noticed that you have alternating sections with free chant and perhaps traditional elements of that chant, and then sections that are metered and almost hypnotic in their repetition. Can you talk about that? And is there any, what is the connection, I should say, between the music and the text? Does the music serve the text in some way?
Well, let's talk about the free chant first, because I think that it is influenced by the Byzantine church singing or style of singing. Not exactly, because they have very strict way of singing that I didn't took, because it's in Arabic and it's not in Byzantine, and they chain tending to rely on the text. The hypnotic rhythm, or it's coming from a meditative way that Arabic culture tend to have a lot uh, in their music. Since they play, whenever they play, there is something going on always. Mostly it's rhythmically, like the rubuka, or any rhythm player continues to play one thing, and the others, or the main soloist, let's say, keep on improvising over that. And that was important for me to show that this repetition is actually uh, important. And while it's connected to the text, so when we say الرب حارث لك الرب ظل عن يمينك, God is always beside you. And I thought that this statement is very, very important. So I kept on repeating that. I think that the main thing about this song is showing that sentence. Yeah. So لا تضربك شمس النهار ولا قمر في ليل. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. It's another statement that's telling us that he is going to be there whenever we need him. It doesn't matter when, if it's uh, daytime, nighttime. And it's very poetic, in my opinion. So I think that it, it stands for itself, that part. Um, well, I should just say that I really enjoyed your performance. It was really, really beautiful. I would love to keep on doing the choir thing that I was doing before because it is part of my identity and my passion actually for music, since the voice is the most important instrument in our world, in my opinion.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Josh.